everybody, welcome to J Stern Designs. In this week's quick tip, I'm going to show you how to pre-shrink fusible interfacing. Interfacings come in a lot of different fiber content. There's polyester, there's rayon, there's cotton, some have nylon. And the one thing that's common with all of them, if it's fusible, is that it has a side to it that's covered with little dabs of glue that you can activate when you heat it up and press it onto your fabric. So you have to treat your interfacing a little bit gently when you're trying to pre-shrink it. I'm going to show you step by step how to pre-shrink your fusible interfacing and dry it. And then on Thursday, I'm going to show you how to fuse your interfacing to the wrong side of your fabric. So the way you pre-shrink your interfacing is to soak it in hot water. For the purposes of this video, I have a lovely bowl of hot water sitting in front of me. You also need a towel, a clean towel, to wring out the excess water. For this video, I'm going to be using my cotton fuse, which is 100% cotton interfacing that's perfect for collars and cuffs and button plackets. This is a perfect tip to be sharing with you guys because I'm also shooting my new pattern review class, The Perfectly Fitted Shirt, this week, so I'll have my interfacing all ready to go for the class. All right, so basically, let's get started, and I'm going to take out this interfacing and I'm going to show you how to pre-shrink it. Depending on what the fiber content of your interfacing is, you may need to shrink it for more or less length of time than what I'm going to do in this video. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be soaking my cotton fuse in a steamy bowl of hot water that I have right here in front of me, so I can show you how to do it. If I was pre-shrinking interfacing to work with and I wasn't shooting it to show you guys, I probably would do it in my kitchen sink, somewhere that I had more room to work. You can also put your interfacing on a soak cycle in your washing machine using hot water. Okay, so I'm going to unfold my interfacing and I am just going to submerge it into this bowl of hot water. And like I said, ideally you're going to want a sink or something a little bit larger than this because then you have more room for your interfacing to sort of swirl around. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for 5 minutes. Again, I want to remind you, if you're working with a different interfacing other than this cotton fuse, check your instructions that come with the interfacing and see what they recommend for a length of time to soak your interfacing, because it really depends on the brand and the fiber content. Okay, my interfacing's been soaking for about 5 minutes. And now the next step is to get it out of the water and get as much of the water out of the interfacing as possible without wringing it and rubbing off the glue that's on one side of this fusible interfacing. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up out of the bowl and I'm just going to sort of gently squeeze the water out. I'm not wringing it and I'm not really squeezing it too hard, because I don't want to rub that glue and make it not fuse well. So I'm just going to get it till I get the majority of the water out this way, gently wringing it. Actually, I'm not wringing it, I'm just gently squeezing it. Okay. And then when I can hold it without it dripping, I'm going to lay it on a clean towel. So let me show you that. This is how we'll be able to get all of the excess water out. Okay, so I've got my towel, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'll do a double layer. I'm going to fold it in half like this. Okay, and I'm just going to start on one end, and I'm just going to roll it up into the towel like this. Okay, so I'm rolling it up. Okay, and now I'm going to squeeze the towel. And basically what I'm doing is I'm getting out all of the excess water that I can get out without wringing it. Okay. All right, so the last step in pre-shrinking your interfacing is to let it dry. I'm going to let it air dry by hanging it over the rod in my shower. So my damp interfacing is now in the bathroom hanging over the shower rod, and I'm guessing it'll probably take about an hour to 2 hours for it to actually dry. It's very lightweight, so it really doesn't take very long. Really, that's the hardest part in pre-treating your interfacing, is planning ahead and making time for it to dry before you have to use it. All it takes is a little pre-planning to have interfacing ready to go. All right, so let's just review the steps. The first step is to unfold your interfacing and put it in a steamy bowl or a steamy tub or a steamy sink full of hot water and let it soak for the amount of time recommended on the instructions that come with your interfacing. The next step is to lift it out of the water and gently squeeze as much of the excess water as you can get out without wringing it and rubbing the glue dots that are on one side of the interfacing. After that, you want to lay it down on a fluffy dry towel, roll it up, and squeeze as much water as you can get out of it that way. Again, you don't want to wring the towel and rub that glue off the back of your interfacing. The final step is to let it hang over a shower rod in the bathroom or some other place where you can just let it air dry. That's it, nice and quick. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. On Thursday, I'm going to show you how to fuse the interfacing onto the wrong side of your fabric. Thank you for joining me at J Stern Designs, and I'll see you next time.